Hi there, today you join me on the Bristol Channel coast where I'm going to be targeting thornback rays, congers, dogfish and anything else that comes along. It's perfect conditions today, the weather is absolutely spot on. It's quite a spring tide today. It's about 11.2 metres on the Western Supermare scale, which tends to be about right for here. And this is a particular venue I used to fish quite a lot as a child actually, so it's going to be quite nice just to reminisce and wet a line here once more. The tide's coming in, as you can see behind me. It's probably going to be about an hour or so before we can actually fish, so that gives me plenty of time to get my kit together, get sorted out and get baited up. So I thought I'd take a moment just while I'm setting up to show you the reels that I'm going to be using today. This is the Daiwa Saltist 18 in the 20 size. Phenomenal reels, really well made, very smooth, great gearing, lots of torque. Very user friendly. Having said that, they are a little bit flighty, they are very quick on the cast, so I've actually had these custom magged by a third party. Loaded up with 20-pound line, 80-pound leader, we're good to go, great reels. You know, it never ceases to amaze me just how quickly the tide comes in here. It literally races across the mud flats. Anyway, the rods are in the tripod, I'm all set up and ready to go. Hopefully it's going to be a good one. I'm just going to take a very brief moment just to show you how to bait up with a piece of bluey bait. Really simple, easy to use bait. It's just a tail section. I'm just going to nick it in the side like this. And I've actually got one of these bait tools, which pretty soon are going to be available at VMO. Neat bit of kit, I'll show you how it works. So all I'm going to do is use that just to steady the bait. So you can see I've just placed it underneath. And I'm literally going to whip around the whole thing with some fine bait elastic. And this is just the sort of thing to give you a nice streamlined, consistent bait basically. Going to manipulate that bait around the shank of the hook, whip it on there, we go, all the way up the trace line. That's pretty much there actually. So as you can see, not a huge bait, you don't need to be using a huge bait. And the bait tool just makes life a bit easier, makes it a straight bait, makes it an aerodynamic bait, but most importantly you haven't got this trace line kind of flopping around all over the place. Yeah, nice bit of kit that. And all I'm going to do now is just pop the bait off like that. And now we've got a nice small bluey bait for a ray ready to go. So the first casts have been out there for a little while now. I think it's time to bring one of them in and see what's going on. Let's have a look. Well, as you can see, that bait is pretty much the same as when I cast it out, which is not a good sign, but let's get another one on, get it back out there. Well, I have to say that was one of the hardest sessions I've had on this mark in a long time. That's the only fish of the night in actual fact. One bite, one fish. That's how it goes sometimes. But as you can see, this one made short work of the bluey bait I put out there. A nice big bluey with loads of blood oozing out of it into the tide. That's what drew this fish in. Anyway, let's pop the hooks out of this one and we'll get her back. Well, it has to be said, that wasn't the most productive day's fishing by any stretch, but I really enjoyed myself. Time to pack up now, head for home. As always, next time. Catch you again.